What's up, everybody? It's your boy Kid Smooth from the Inner Circle and from the Writer's Block podcast, and I am back with another video. And man, lately I've been doing some thinking, and actually I've been doing this thinking for a little bit, but I finally want to sit down and talk about it. Now, I've been looking at Xbox and been watching their E3s and just looking at their past game histories, and honestly, man, I'm a little frustrated, because not frustrated at like the box and whatever, you know what I mean? Because I'm enjoying the console, but I feel like there's so much Microsoft can do with the Xbox to improve, so much areas to cover that they can grow that are just so simple. And Microsoft, they have the same approach: if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I feel like their strategy is broken and it could use a change. The thing about the video games that Microsoft releases is that they generally give us big titles during the holiday season, during the holiday rush, and it used to work so well for them during the 360 era. But I felt like Sony and the PlayStation brand has thrived doing the same exact opposite. If you guys notice, you find like PlayStation, they drop their games come out during the dead seasons where there's nothing going on, and they let the third parties work for them during the holiday season. And I think that's what Microsoft should be doing. You got people like Nintendo, if they had third party support, Nintendo drop games randomly, it comes out whenever, but if they had third party support, they would get the big games during the holiday. And I feel like Microsoft, what they do is they'll get obviously the third party support, but they'll put their big releases in the fall, in the middle of all that, and some of their games get left in the dirt. We seen what happened with Tomb Raider coming out next to Fallout, but coming out right after Call of Duty and stuff, and not having the chance to breathe, the chance to sell or to get the exposure it needed. I felt like a game like Tomb Raider, had it came out in like June or July of like last year, it would have sold well over 300K the first week. It would have toppled I think Quantum Break sold 200 plus thousand. Tomb Raider could have done 500, 600 easy within the first week. And I feel like, looking at the past 3 years, Microsoft need to look at their history and just come up with something new. I mean, they got a lot of games coming up, and I'm sick of them moving these games in the fall and the holiday season where there's all these other games and these games don't get their time to shine. I don't care, you can keep Gears of War and Halo in the fall, but these new IPs like Quantum Break, Sunset Overdrive, Recore, I wouldn't even put Crackdown in like the fall, or even Scalebound. They have to come out in the midst of like the dry spell, and I feel like that's why you get to see games like Uncharted 4 just dominate and take over. It has no competition. Ratchet and Clank, just I think PlayStation, I think Until Dawn, the year Until Dawn came out, it came out during a time where there was like a dry spell before like any rush of games. And I feel like Microsoft had to stop pushing all these games out at the end of the year, and they should give us games throughout the year, because it sucks. Because if you think about it, it's a dry spell. Quantum Break was the big game Xbox had for 2016, and everything else we may get is gonna be damn near, summer's gonna be over, and it sucks because you're going through January, February, March, April, May, June, July, like come on, like with no hits. We're relying on indies and maybe that third party game that gets the newest jumping in the summertime. But Microsoft need a new approach. I don't know if it's going to happen during the Xbox One era, maybe when they put out the new box, but we need to start seeing games in March. We need to start seeing games in June, July, August. You know what I mean? All they need is one game for the fall. Let that be your Gears of War, let that be your Halo, but everything else needs to occupy the other time, and therefore those games can maximize be able to maximize their efforts. They can sell more, give them the opportunity to sell more by sharing a store, by not sharing shelf space with anybody. And this is one of the gripes I've had with Microsoft and the Xbox brand and how they do the games. I mean, they give you a lot of great hits. They give you some quality games, but their quality games come at the end of the year and with a bunch of other quality games at the end of the year, opposed to giving it to you at the right time. And that's one thing I guess I applaud Sony for is just they'll drop a game. It doesn't have to be November, it doesn't have to be October. They drop a game in freaking May, they drop a game in April, is going to be a hit because it's going to be a quality game and there's nothing launching next to it. And hopefully, you know, Phil Spencer and the Xbox team look at this and say, hey, instead of pushing all our games in November, October, December, we should spread them out, you know, so they have something, a healthy dose of games throughout the year, opposed to 3-4 big hits at the end of the year. That's all I got for you guys today. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Give me a like. If not, give me a dislike. But as I always say, Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. Proud.
Next kill wins. Game over. Victory.